comma, we have talked about different type of statement like declaration, expression. We have talked about different expression. Expression is a statement, and function call is a statement. And now for the rest, these remaining statements fall into three categories depending on how they affect the order in which statements are executed. So we will see three categories of statement for the rest. Okay. Selection.c. So those statements are just about selection. Okay. So I'll do the comments at top before include SCG. You can put comments where you want. Main function declaration. Okay, we have three categories. We have selection statements. Selection statements, it's about if switch statement. We have iteration statements like while, do, for. Okay, there is about looping. We have jump statements, break, continue, and go to. So we can add return to, because return we will talk about it, but not now. Return is a jump statement too. Okay, because when you call a function, when the return come, you go to the address for the last code executed. So it's not now. I'll talk about at further video. So the other statements in C are the compound statement and null statement. Okay, so everything, any another statement is just a mix of those type of statement, any other statement. So we will start with we have logical expression. Okay, logical expression, and we have relational. Okay, logical operator is better. That is about operator for manage those type of statement. We have relational operator. We have equality operator, and logical operator. Okay, I have already talked about logical. Okay, that is the different operator we will use with those statement. So now with the logical expression, logical operator, it's I have already talked about, I think, in data manipulation, no, expression. We have relational logical operator. The precedence of those operators is unary operators first, and binary operators, and then relational operator, logical operator. Logical is and or, and the lowest, the not is not supposed to be the lowest. Okay, it's not the lowest. I can update this file. It's supposed to be here. Okay, not logical, not. Okay, so for about relational operator, okay, let's remove this. It's not important. We start with relational operator. Relational operator is something like 10 greater than 5 or smaller than. Okay, we have 4 operator about it. Greater than, smaller than, greater than, smaller than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Okay, so the result of this comparison give us an boolean type. Okay, 1 or 0. So for example, if I want to print in integer, because it's 1 and 0, it's not a really boolean, but it gives us 1 or 0. Okay, for example 10. Okay, 10, take 10 equal 5. Okay, that is a relational expression. Okay, you can call it a relational expression, and then if I print it, so I compile my file selection.c, I call it just selection. If I execute, okay, it's 0. Let me put backslash compile again. Okay, it's 0 because it's false. Or if I put 10, it's true. 10 is equal. I'm not supposed to use equal because I talk about later. Let's take greater than. Okay, that is false. It's always 0. Let me put 9. Okay, it's 1. It's true. So you can do it with any relational operator. With equality operator is we have equal. Okay, don't confuse with the equal for for example this equal. Okay, this equal is assignation. We have already talked about it. It's assignation, but equality comparison. Okay, equality comparator is equal, and we have different. Okay, not equal to. No, so we have equal to and not equal to. So we can compare these two. You can compare these two value. It's not equal, so we will have 0. I can compare a variable with 9. Okay, it's not equal, so the result is 0. Is different. Okay, it is different, so the result of that is true. Okay, 1. So that's all about different operator. This operator, we will use it inside. We will use it with the different statement here. So for example, we have the if statement. Okay, before to go with statement, I forgot logical operator. Logical operator is and okay, we have not, we have and, logical and, logical not, logical and logical or. Okay, so how will this work? It's from compare to, it's for compared to condition, like here two comparison. We evaluate one or another. If it's a operator, I evaluate the one and the another one. So for example, the result of, okay, let me um, okay, let me go with equality, for equality example, before to go with another one. Okay, for example, if a equal is different, est-ce que is a is different than 10 than 30? That is false, because it's equal to 30. So if I test, I will get 0. Okay, I have just a one here. Okay, look, I think there's a problem there. Okay, let me print another message. Okay, I think the last 0 is not printed because it's just 0, so we have nothing to print. Okay, let me print just end of program here, end of the program. Okay, of the because when the 0 is the last, I cannot see the result at the end. Okay, so I compare this. Okay, it's good like that. So for the next one is logical operator. Okay, logical operator operates with two comparison, with two comparison here, like here. So I can have maybe if one is greater than 2 or than 3, and okay, let me do something true. 3 is better than 1. Okay, and 3 is smaller than a, my variable, so it's smaller than 30. So the result of that is true, because this expression is true. Okay, expression is true and this expression is true. So the AND operator evaluates the left and because this operator is and evaluates the twice has to be true to get a true value for all this. I have already explained this type of expression in the first playlist. So again, if you want more explanation, you just have to go and watch the video. So it's 1, okay, because it's true. If I reverse here, it's become false. Okay, 3 is not greater than 8, that is 30. Y is 1. Wait. evaluate here. Okay, that is a mistake you can have, because when one is true, okay, let me do something. It's not supposed to get one. Let me print. Let me take this, verify here. Okay, 0. I don't know why it was 1. I really don't know why, but that is the first, second, third. So let me first test. Okay, second test. Test. Okay, first test give me 1. A is different of 9. 30 is different of 9. So now A is different of 13. Okay, it's false because it's equal. And the first is correct, but the second one is not correct. That's why we have 0. So that is about AND operator. So I can put here a operator, and for fourth test we have, for example, we print the verify if 3. Okay, the same thing. Let's go with the same thing, but with all 3. Okay, so you see the difference. Operator. Okay, I have to put it in capital letter because it's a logical end. It's not the end like in English. Okay, it's logical. Okay, I have to precise. No, okay, it's good like that. Let's test the fourth. I can see the fourth. Okay, I think it's because I was not saved the file. That's the reason. Okay, fourth test gave 1. Okay, because we verify the first condition. Okay, at first, if it's correct, I don't need to know about the second because it's the OR operator. This has have to be done correct, or this. Okay, that's all. Logical or operator. I can reverse. I put 3 greater than A. Okay, 3 is not greater than A is false, and here verify if A is equal to 30. Okay, so here is false and here is correct. Okay, because the content of my variable A is 30. So if okay, it gives me 1. Okay, it's correct. So the particularity here with OR is if this condition is correct, the second condition is not tested. Okay, it's not tested. Directly we go with the next one. So it's the same thing with greater than. Okay, for example, here I can do printf. That's the first. I put first like that. First prime or first second test. If you do, for example, a greater than okay, it's not here, I have to put it, it's logical. For example, if I do with the AND operator, okay, I do something like okay, let me take another example. For example, for t greater than a, my variable a, okay, is correct. So I want to verify if another condition is correct. Okay, 30 is correct too, but I want to increment this variable, okay, directly at this level directly. Okay, so um, the problem is this value is evaluated and is already correct. So my computer doesn't take care about this operation, okay, because this is already correct, and this is correct. So, but this operation is not executed. Okay, it's not executed. So let me print the new value of a before to go to the next topic. Okay, it's added. My example is not correct. I think it's just for the OR operator. It's not correct. Anyway, we will see about the small warning about this operator. It's not really important now, but there is a small warning there. So let's go for the next topic. It's not important now. So we have the if statement. Okay, okay, let's develop here. If statement has the layout like that. Okay, this layout, if expression inside the parentheses and statements. Okay, for example, if statement, for example, I want to verify if a is greater than 10. Okay, my variable a is greater than 10, so I want to print okay, let me take it, put it here. So if it's okay, I can do a statement. Okay, my statement is print just okay without complication. Okay, that's my okay. Okay, what that is my okay, because this has been evaluated and is correct, so I print. If it's not correct, for example, smaller than, okay, you have not my okay here, okay, because this statement has not been executed. So we can do compound statement. Okay, before to show you compound statement, you can do you can, for example, if I want to do something like o I want to write it mathematically, so let me do a quick research Active my Wi-Fi. I want to search the Unicode of smaller than I think it's 2246. Let me try 2294. No. Let me search it quickly. It's important to see the difference, okay, in the common language, in English, and the programming language. So Unicode code of smaller than or equals 2264. Okay, I'll do 2264. I do a live any shortcut, like I have like to use a Unicode to print, to type special character like that. So any easy way to manage your computer and your system, you say it directly in my life. Okay, my life, I do a live from January. So let's continue. 0 smaller than, for example, a variable I and smaller than a variable n. If you want to do this range, okay, this range to verify if I is between 0 and n, you can do it. You cannot do it in this way. Okay, for example, this AI. Okay, that is why I have removed the Wi-Fi. With the if, it's always there. Yeah, with the if, I can do. You cannot do something like 0 smaller or equal than I smaller than n, and then print the result. Okay, let me put it in comment. I print OK here. For example, you cannot do something like that because let me create the variable I, also int I and n. Okay, I as 2 and n as 3. So you cannot do it like that because this operator, the all relational operator are the left side. Okay, let me search the good word. Left comparison. So this structure means, for the computer, it means 0 it's 22, I don't remember, 2261. It means first comparison is that, and then you have, okay, that is the meaning of that. So when you okay, smaller or when you do it, your computer compare this first and it give, for example, 0 or 1. Okay, if it's good 1, the comparison will be between 1 and n. So it's not what you want at the beginning. Okay, so you cannot do it like that. Okay, let me show you the result of that before to show you the good way. So okay, is printed because 1 is smaller than n. Okay, because this is evaluated and give you 1. Let me reverse here. Okay, stay like that, and let me just change I to 4. Okay, it's supposed to be, we're supposed to not see okay in my console, but they say okay because this expression, okay, gives 1. Okay, 0 is smaller than I, smaller than 4. It gives 1, so the comparison is between 1 and n, but it's correct because 1 is smaller than n. But in reality, my range is not respected because I is not between 0 and n. Okay, I is greater than n, so you cannot do it like that. You have to do something like, okay, let me just put it in comment. I put wrong way. Okay, the good way to do it is you do if you compare 0 with I first. Okay, and then you can compare. If it's okay, you compare I with n. Okay, and then you can print. Okay, so you can do it. I don't know if you can do it in one line. Yeah, it's possible to do it in one line. So the first if verify just the first comparison. If it's okay, it signify okay I is greater than 0, and then you compare this same I with n. Okay, that is the method to do it. So this is considered by like the statement. Okay, is considered like a statement, but this statement has a if inside. We have an if in this statement, and then we have your okay. Okay, that is why it's better to put it at the new line, and do a tabulation. Okay, it's more presentable. We have the first if and the second if. We call it a nested condition. Okay, we can nest any condition like that. You can have any if nested again and again, or this I can nest it again and again if one. Okay, you can nest it like that, many if statement. So let me show you the result of that. Okay, I is not you see I is not in this range, that's why I have not my okay. So if I change to a good value, so 2 is at the range. Okay, 2 is between 0 and 3. So okay, that's my okay. So that's the way to do it. The last way is not the correct. Okay, so I put here correct way. Okay, so you can stay in one line, or it's better to leave it like that. Okay, I leave it like that. So now about if we can do compound statement. If you have many statements to do, after if you just open a curly braces like that, okay, and then go to the line and put your statement here, statement 1, okay, and then 2, etc, etc, okay. If you have many statements, okay, but this form is for one statement, okay. You see here I have just print f one statement, but if you have many statements, you do it curly braces, okay. So curly braces introduce a block of code, okay, block of code. So let me show you about else clause. So you can go after this else clause it's just like we hear else clause. So you can have if I take my variable a, if a is greater than 11, okay, I print okay, let's yes, my var is greater, okay, just small message like that, and the else come after this. If it's not, I print no, my var is not, or is smaller, okay, it's smaller, okay. It's just simply like that. And you can, if you have many operations, you can do something like that, okay, and put the ending curly braces, okay. But sometimes we do something like that, okay, else instruction else, okay. Every time it's better to do it something like that, okay, with block of code like that. So if open instruction or or block of instruction, and then else open instruction, okay, it's better in this form. And so you can do cascade else if, okay, cascade else if. So if I have a second condition, okay, for example, else, and inside I verify before that if this same a is greater than, for example, I, okay, this variable, okay, I want to verify before to do my print again. So I can do it and then print okay, if it's not greater than 11, okay, you can do no, my is smaller than 11 but greater than variable I, okay. I forgot backslash to go to the line, and then if there's nothing, I can do else here and then print my variable is greater than nothing, okay. Just an example like that is not okay, you can do better, okay. You can see, yes, my var is greater than 11, Okay, if it's not greater than 11, I put, for example, 10 here. You will see the result, the new result. No, my var is smaller than 11, but greater than variable I. Okay, because the comparison with I is correct. It's greater than I. And if I put a value of A is smaller than I, so smaller than I is 1, for example, because I is 2. You can see my variable is greater than, okay, what is greater than nothing. Okay, there is not backslash n to go to the line here. Okay, my variable is greater than nothing. Okay, because I have test it and then I have test it. No, but so by default the last else is just, okay, is the rest. So to do it more to do it more clear, more to arrange it, okay, I can use the else if directly in while line. Okay, this else if, okay, I can do it in one line, something like that. Okay, I leave it, I put it in comment and I show you the good way to do it. Okay, A is greater than 11, so I do else if, okay, my condition directly like that, and then A greater than I. Okay, and then at the end my else. Okay, that is the best way to do this type of cascade. Okay, you know, that is the next, and this. Okay, I put here, that is for else close, that is for cascade else if. Okay, cascade else if. Okay, I think it's good. I can leave it. I can leave it to just make difference. I can put else like before else test. Okay, else test, and here I can put cascade else if test. Okay, it's better to just copy, paste there, paste. Okay, else test. In else we have my variable is greater than, and here my variable is greater than nothing. Okay, well, it gives the same thing. Here, for example, I can use another variable to make the difference. B equal to 11. So for the second one, I put B not 11, something greater than it's not greater than. Okay, let's make put 10, for example. Okay, it's smaller than 11. Okay, I have different greater than nothing for cascade, it's greater than nothing. my I is 2. I supposed to have okay, yeah, it's here. Okay, it's different. Okay, it's better like that. So you can test what you can test like you want with those different different type of scripture. At the last one, well, not the last one, we have conditional expression. So let's do it here. Conditional expression. Conditional expression look like okay, let me write here. You have the about those statement. Conditional expression, I can put it here. Conditional expression look like expression 1 and expression 1 it's expression 1 integration point, expression 2, expression 3. So it means that if this expression is true do it, else do it. Okay, I can take my variable a is 1. Okay, I take b. Okay, b smaller than greater than 5, for example. If b greater than I print okay, b is greater than 5. Let me put this. It's a shortcut. In fact, it's a shortcut although to use if, and like it's a expression, you can print it. Okay, you can print this value. Okay, it's an expression. So okay, that's my example. Else print I was okay, print b is smaller than 5. Okay, let's add that. Okay, so if b is greater than, I do it, else I do it. Okay, it's a shortcut. Say if shortcut. Okay, better than 5. So if I reverse the condition, we will see it's smaller than. Okay, so I can print the result directly. Okay, instead to do it like that, I can print directly. So I can do printf okay, the result is it's a boolean. Okay, 0 or 1. I print it's true that it is okay, is my variable b greater than 5. Okay, and then I use my expression. Okay, b greater than 5. So I can just use 1. Okay, 1 or 0. So if it's correct, I have 1. If it's not correct, I have 0. Or I can print just no, I can't use a print inside here. Just okay, just let's use 1 or 0 like that. I show you how I can use a boolean type, like with false or true. Okay. So if I execute it, is my variable b greater than 5? What I have? 1. Okay, 1 for yes, because yes, b is greater than. I forgot again the backslash. Okay, is 1. Okay, 1 is yes. So to have a literal false and else, before the norm, before they say okay, let's do it here. Before the C99 norm, there was not this there is not this type. Okay, the type boolean, true or false. Like we have to define a word true, for example, to 1, okay, and define a constant false to 0. So you can replace here. Okay, you can replace here true and false here. Okay, but it's always 1. Okay, it's always 1, but you can replace by a string, but we have not seen a string type. It's better to stop it like that. We will see how to use the boolean type. Okay, for now I can just see you the boolean type for the C99 norm. Okay. Okay, let me create the variable here. The C99 norm has a type bool like that, so underscore b in capital letter. Okay, bool. I have my boolean, I call it var, just var. Okay, it's a boolean, it takes just 1 or 0. Okay, so you can store this the result of this value. Okay, the result, for example, okay, let me create a new example. I can store, for example, I take my variable a is 1. Okay, is a is greater than 40. Okay, if not, my variable take 1 or 0. Okay, let me print just the variable, the content of var. Boolean is supposed to use b, but okay, let's use g. My var it's always 1 or 0. Okay, it's always 1 or 0, but you cannot put inside a value 2 or 3 because it's a boolean type. Okay, if I execute, okay, you see it's 0. Okay, because at initial value is 0, I can put 1 inside. Okay, see, you see 1. Okay, that is this value. And if I try to put, for example, 2, okay, you will see the result is always 1, because all value all type, integer, float, or string, or another type value as the value true. Okay, in boolean value is true. Okay, it's 1, but the value like 0. Okay, let me show you something. The value like 0 or 0.0. Okay, every null value is considered like false, but any non-null value is considered like true. Okay, we will see more about further. Okay, to the next, to the for the future video. Okay, but just get that any null value is false and any non-null value is true. Okay, so I can stop it for this video. It will exercise. I will add exercise for this video, so but not now. Okay, I add it, and okay, it's okay for this video. It was very long. I would like to do it smaller, but yeah, it's okay. So see you for the next video.
Portrait comme au Beaux-Arts, loyal, poli, droit et sincère. Je respecte le code du Bushido. Mais si on met les armes à terre, c'est pour te faire une prise d'aïkido. Et la concurrence au cimetière, ne pensez pas mourir aussitôt. Mon katana taille leurs artères et broie leurs organes génitaux. Quand j'étais gauche, j'en ai pris des coups, j'en ai dans le ventre comme un seppuku.